You set the alarm for 5 a.m. You are determined to finally be that highly productive person. But when the alarm rings, you hit snooze, hate yourself, and wake up exhausted at 7:30 anyway. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The entire productivity industry has sold you a lie about morning routines. You are not failing because you lack discipline in the morning. You are failing because your night is completely broken. We are obsessed with how we start the day. We try to force intense routines into the first hour of waking up. But if you are going to bed with an exhausted and overwhelmed brain, no amount of early alarms is going to save you. The real issue is that you are treating productivity like a sprint you start when you open your eyes. But a productive morning is actually engineered the night before. Fix your 9 p.m. and your 5 a.m. takes care of itself. Here are the 3 systems that will completely reset your evenings. The 10-3-2-1 protocol. Sleep is not just rest. It is when your brain actually consolidates memory and does maintenance. If you mess up your sleep, you mess up your energy, focus, and decisions. You might scroll your phone in bed thinking you are relaxing, but the blue light from screens suppresses your melatonin production by up to 50%. Your brain literally interprets that light as sunlight, thinking it is time to be awake. Plus, the content you consume is emotionally activating, flooding your brain with stress hormones right when it should be winding down. Implement the 10-3-2-1 system. 10 hours before bed, no more caffeine. 3 hours before bed, no more food or alcohol. 2 hours before bed, no more work. 1 hour before bed, no more screens. This is not about perfection. It is about creating the conditions for good sleep instead of just hoping it happens. Even if you only hit 3 out of 4, your sleep quality will dramatically improve. The 2-minute environmental reset. Every morning, you either walk into a space that says ready to go or one that says deal with yesterday's mess first. Your environment is your external brain, and right now it is probably sabotaging you. Every visual distraction is a cognitive burden. Every misplaced item is a decision you will have to make later. You need to stop relying on morning willpower and start relying on evening convenience. The most productive people design their environment like a video game. Easy mode for good habits, impossible mode for bad ones. Exactly 2 minutes before you get into bed, do a physical reset. Put one thing back where it belongs. Clear one surface. It is not about having a clean house, but about how tomorrow morning feels when you see the room. Use the lazy design principle to set up your environment for the person you want to be tomorrow. If you want to read instead of doom scrolling, put the book directly on your pillow. If you want to stop hitting snooze, put your alarm across the room. Make the good stuff easy and the bad stuff annoying. You are removing the friction that kills your morning momentum before you even go to sleep. Wait, stop right there. I know what you are thinking. You think you need your morning routine to sit down and figure out your priorities for the day. Wrong. Deciding what to do in the morning is the fastest way to ruin your day. Most people spend the first hour of their sharpest mental energy figuring out what to work on. By the time they actually decide, they're already running on fumes. Decide tomorrow's hard thing today. You are bleeding willpower on stupid decisions. Every choice you make drains a mental battery you did not even know you had. You wake up and look at a to-do list with multiple items. They all look urgent. You panic, check your email instead, and suddenly it is noon and you have accomplished nothing. You need to decide tomorrow's one hard thing before you go to bed. Not a massive list, just one thing. The hardest thing. You front-load the decision when your brain is already tired anyway. When you wake up, the decision is already made. You have removed the exact part of the process your brain actually fights. Deciding is exhausting, but doing is easy. If you want to take it a step further, use an if-then plan. If it is 8:30 a.m., then I start the one hard task. This specificity cuts through procrastination because you are not deciding anymore, you are just following the plan. Zero ambiguity means zero decision fatigue. When you stack these 3 habits, you completely bypass decision fatigue and hijack your own cognitive biases. You stop relying on morning motivation, which is just a temporary dopamine spike. Your brain naturally looks for the path of least resistance. By designing your environment and locking in your decisions the night before, you lower the activation energy required to start your day. Goals require constant motivation, which is exhausting. Systems work even on days when you do not feel like it. By shifting the heavy lifting to the night before, you build an automated habit loop that makes execution frictionless. You do not need to wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful. You just need to stop sabotaging your tomorrow. Success is not about being a morning person. It is about becoming the architect of your own energy. Tonight, do not try to overhaul your entire life. Just pick one thing. Move your phone charger to another room. Do a 2-minute tidy. Give your brain permission to actually rest. Take control of your 9 p.m. Your future self is counting on you. If this message made you think, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, like it, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next.